Hey everybody, I just got an alert on my phone that the temperature in greenhouse 3 has dropped below 40 degrees, which is not a good thing, especially once we've gotten plants in, so I need to go check that out. Hey everybody, I am back in my hometown of Posen, Michigan at my family nursery where our first truckload of plants have arrived. And this is the truckload that came from Proven Winners. So these are all our Proven Winners annuals, and it is so exciting to have flowers in here, plants in here. Things are blooming, so I'll show you some of those blooms and just tell you a little bit more about each of these plants, some of my favorites as we go through. I won't go through everything, but I'm going to give you just a taste of what's going on. We get them in very nice and small, so I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So over here we have the Super Tunia Persimmon. That one was new last year. I love the two colors in it. And then over here, this is the Super Tunia Bermuda Beach. This is a nice kind of coral type of pink color on it. Looks great. Now, not everything's blooming, and we will be cutting off all these blooms when we transplant them. And I'll give you just an idea of the size that we get these in. They're pretty small. So they're just these little plugs. And then we'll plant these up into like a 4.5 or a 5.5 inch pot, depending on the variety. This is the Super Tunia Latte, and this one will be black and white. It's white with that black veining in it. This one mixes really well with a lot of plants. A couple of Calibrachoa are in bloom. So here we have the Super Bells Double Blue. Look at the color, really intense purple color on that blue one. And then this here is the Super Bells Double White. And this one already, like, it's just these little tiny plugs, and look at how many flowers are on it. And the flowers are just layers and layers. They just go all the way down. This one was such an impressive plant in the trial gardens. I was just in love with it. Looks like our Super Bells Double Redstone is getting ready to bloom as well. That's a brand new one this year. They had to cancel our Super Bells Double Vintage Coral. I'm going to miss that one, but maybe we'll be able to get our hands on some, but I'm not sure. This is the Surefire White Begonia. This was new last year. Look at that pure white flower with that yellow center. These are just such standouts. They're so easy to grow too. So that's the white. This is the red. And then we do have the pink, and the pink has a little bit more of a bronze leaf. So you can see we got a little bit of flower action going on in there. And these definitely are going to need to get potted up pretty soon because they're pretty packed in. So we want to get those so that they can start spreading out and making some room. What else do I have? There's some more petunias over there. But down here, like, these are all the Superbinas. And we love how these grew as well. And you can see they're just nice and dense already. So, but we do need to get these, potted up real quick. And then over here, sorry to swing back and forth. I think that's the Beth's Blue Isotona, some Vermillionaire. This is the Coffee Cups Colocasia. And this one's really interesting because as the leaves mature, they have this kind of vase shape that collects water. And then when it fills up, it dumps the water out. It's just really an interesting one. This is the Color Blaze Albrighto Coleus. Starts out more of this kind of brown and green, and then it'll start getting more of its yellows, oranges, reds, peach kind of colors in there. It really is a very bright one. This is the Diamond Frost Euphorbia. I love it because look at it's tiny little plants and it's already got these beautiful blooms. I love the leaves on it. They kind of quiver in the wind. Really nice one. Oh, look at that. We're going to take that little yellow leaf right off right now. And then some of the salvias are here. Some of the black-eyed Susan vines. This here, this is the Intensia Blueberry. This is a type of phlox. It's an annual phlox though. And I was so impressed with this. I bought some trial plants last year and tried them out, and they did so well. We only got the one color this year. I'd love to get the red and the white as well. And then some of the sweet potato vine, and then we got some of the grasses as well. So this is that vertigo grass. When it's out in the sun and starts getting a little bigger, it's going to get really nice and black. You can see they've already had to trim these grasses. They're so far along already. These come in a little bigger size for us, so these are going to kind of fill out really nice. Look at the variegation on those leaves. That's the Prince Tut over there. It's just so fun to be looking at these. And then when we come in here, this is the Lemon Coral Sedum. And then, oh, look, we do have one yellow flower. This is the Portulaca, their series, the Mojave series. So we've got yellow, fuchsia, and tangerine. The Mystic Illusion Dahlia. Look at the color of those leaves, nice and dark. Got some Angelonia in here. These are all the Verbena. Oh, it's so nice to see all these plants. Now, as I mentioned, this is our first truckload of annuals. So this represents about 20% of our annuals that we're going to be getting in. So these are all Proven Winners varieties. The other plants that we have are going to be from other growers and different plant companies and things like that. So we have a pretty broad kind of inventory of different types of plants that we carry. But I love starting with the Proven Winner plants coming in like this because it's a smaller amount. We have a skeleton crew in, so it's just a handful of us just getting ourselves back in the groove, making sure we have all the equipment and all the tools in place and everything's organized, so that way next week when we have the full crew in and we get all those big shipments in, we can just hit the ground running and we're going to be in much better shape. So it's really nice to see, and I gotta say I'm so pleased with the quality of the plants that we've been getting from 4-Star Greenhouses, our provider for the Proven Winners plants. They're so big and they're in such good shape. It really makes it easier when we get a good plant in at this stage. It's so much easier to get them to a really great quality stage for the customers. You know, in 2 months is when we're going to be opening to the public. So it's really nice to have this. So that's part of the reason why we've been seeing our selection of Proven Winner plants increase, because the quality has been so good. And in fact, we increased so much that this year we qualified for the big Proven Winners truck to pull in the yard, which, you know, we're a small operation, so normally our plants would be sent to us through FedEx. But this year, you know, we had a little bit more, so and I think with the way the route was, they were able to actually put it on the truck for us, which actually is a little bit sometimes cheaper for us, and they were able to ship the pots with the plants. Anyway, I'm kind of going off here. It was just kind of something that was different this year that I kind of enjoyed. So anyway, we are going to be working away like crazy for the next couple weeks. This is kind of the beginning of the rush, so it's an exciting time. I'm not going to be getting much sleep, but I promise I'll keep you updated via video. I have gone from plant ecstasy to greenhouse reality with this cold snap. On Tuesday, it was 67 degrees here, which was the warmest recorded temperature in our area for the month of February since they've been recording temperatures. So we had this extreme high, and then yesterday it dropped down to freezing. We had a snowstorm. Right now it's 12 degrees. The wind has died down, so I think the wind chill is only like 5 degrees right now, but it was definitely colder when I went to bed. So hopefully that warm up is coming back. But this is kind of the story of our life this time of year with low temperatures, and it can be very nerve-wracking. Now let me see if I can get in here. So I'm in the greenhouse now. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. At least this part of it is. Let me turn some lights on. So it was just by chance that we hadn't planted up a lot of these Proven Winner plants yesterday. We decided to hold off just because in part we weren't ready, and also we knew that the furnace was kind of acting a little funny, and since we had that extreme temperature drop, we thought, you know what, we're okay, we can wait another day. And I'm glad we did, because it is greenhouse 3 where we would have put all of these plants before. So we don't have any lights on in the greenhouse, and that's intentional by my parents, because if the lights were inside the greenhouses, we'd probably be here 24/7. So, okay, I am in here and it's pretty cold. Let me see. The back furnace is still on, so that's what's keeping us as warm as it is. But let me see what I can see. Where's the thermostat? Gosh, it's very dark in here. Okay, so, okay, there's the thermostat. Let's see. Yep, that's where it's supposed to click in. No luck there. Let's go check the furnace. I am not real knowledgeable on furnaces. Sorry, you can't see anything. I am walking this way. And, okay, we have a switch here. We'll try this. Off. Back on. There's the furnace. Okay, folks, that's the extent of my furnace knowledge. All I can say is thank goodness we hadn't planted these up and put them into greenhouse 3. A lot of the plants would have been okay, like the petunias, the salvia, the calibrachoas, but other plants like the sweet potato vine, the black-eyed Susan vine, some of the other plants like coleus, they could have struggled, or it could have kind of shocked them a little to be in that cold of temperatures. So I'm just relieved that those aren't in there. Hopefully we can get that thing fixed tomorrow so that we don't have to worry about it. And I think I'm going to try to go back to bed.